Hello everyone and welcome to today's session where we are going to see life cycle of an object. So in the previous session we saw about basic characteristics of object, that is object has identity, object has type, object has state and object has behavior. As we dive deep into object oriented programming in Java, it becomes important to know how the object is created, how it lives and how it dies. So, for better understanding, I have divided the life cycle of an object into four different parts. Before the object is created, while the object is being created, how the object lives, and what happens once it dies. Let's start with what happens before an object is created. So, let me ask you a basic question. What are objects created from? Pause the video, take a moment, and think for yourself. Well, if you had attended the last session, you would know that objects are created from class. Well, anyways, before an object is created from a class needs to be loaded. Now, how does this loading process takes place? Let us see. So, Java runtime locates the class file in the disk. How does it locate the file? It sees .class file or .java file. The difference between the two is when there's only one class, then it is .java file. When there are multiple classes, then it is .class file. So once the Java runtime locates the file in the disk, it reads it into the main memory. So the file is in our main memory. Now what Java does it searches for a static initializer in .class file or in .java file that initialize the static field. Let us see what is static field. So what is a static field? Static field is a field that does not belong to any particular instance of a class but belongs to the whole class. Remember, instance of a class is an object that is created from the class. So it doesn't belong to a particular instance of a class but belongs to the entire class and then is shared by all objects that are created by that class. So that is static field. Now the question arises, when is a class loaded? So the class is loaded in two scenarios. It is when the first time object is created from the class or the first time Java tries to access static field and static method. Let us take an example and understand the Java main method, that is public static void main string args. So when we run this main method, the first class is initialized through main method because main method is static. Now that we know what happens before an object is created and assuming that the class is loaded, we now move on to creating an object. Now the question arises, how is an object created from a class? So it is created from a class using keyword new. To initialize the class, Java allocates memory to this newly created object and sets up a reference to the object. Reference is just a pointer that points to its memory location. These references are stored in Java runtime so that Java runtime can access any object whenever it wants. So once the memory is allocated and reference is provided, the class constructor is called. So what is a class constructor? Class constructor is like a method, but it is only called once when the object is created. The constructor is responsible for doing any processing required to initialize the object, which can include initializing variables, opening files or databases, and so on. This completes the process of creating an object. Now the object is created. Let's see how the object lives. The object lives its life providing access to its public fields and methods to whoever wants and needs them. Finally, when it's time for the object to die, we can see that the object is removed from the memory and the object's internal reference is dropped by Java. Do you have to kill or destroy object yourself? No. A special part of Java runtime called garbage collector takes care of destroying all objects when they are no longer needed. Thank you for watching. Meet you in the next session.